What I first want to talk about is what's been going on with this whole Voxadpocalypse. If you haven't heard what's been going on, basically there's beef between Steven Crowder, who's a right-wing commentator, and this guy from Vox Media. Steven Crowder said some things about him that the guy from Vox didn't like, and he tried to get Steven Crowder shut down. The official Twitter YouTube channel basically stepped in and was like, hey, we looked into, Steven Crowder's channel, and basically he didn't break any rules. So it's like, great, YouTube sided with, the YouTuber. But like a few hours later, they changed their mind and they're like, nope. Actually, after further investigation, like we decided to demonetize Steven Crowder's channel. And it's like, what? Like, why did they change their mind? So YouTube is like definitely confusing everyone right now. They've definitely got everyone pissed off. It's kind of fascinating what's going on. I mean, the real reason, Vox Media is like attacking YouTubers is because they're in direct competition, right? Like YouTube and social media is crushing the old mainstream media, and they're not really making a profit anymore. So it's kind of like they're in death spiral mode, and they're trying to take down YouTube with it, which I don't think is going to work. I mean, there were quite a few channels that did actually get demonetized, but I guess they could reapply. But still, that's like, there were like history channels and channels that had nothing to do with being political or offensive. It's like, what? So, but I wonder if mainstream news is even going to be around after the 2020 election. Like, I think Bernie Sanders and Andrew Yang and their town halls, they were kind of saying how like people don't trust the mainstream media anymore, like on a town hall with the mainstream media. And it's sort of like, yeah, like that's kind of, most people don't really trust them anymore. Back to the Vox thing. Like, you got people like Keemstar talking about it, which is, he's like a YouTube news drama channel. I mean, his channel is called Drama Alert, right? And you got people like Phil DeFranco even talking about it as well. And now even PewDiePie just made a video about it, which is pretty fascinating. But yeah, it's totally like they're just trying to take down YouTubers because they're competition with them. But yeah, it's like Vox Media and all these mainstream media sites. It's really like kind of petty what they're doing. They're just like, oh, we can't beat YouTube, so we need to try to shut down YouTube, which I don't think is going to work, because at the end of the day, YouTube's a business and they just care about making money. So, and maybe that's like the move YouTube's doing. They're like, look, like we'll play nice with the mainstream media basically until they no longer, like the companies have to collapse. Because like I had no idea. I guess Vox is like $1 billion company, which is like billion with a B. Like, really? That's kind of nuts that there's that much money in this kind of mainstream company. But it's like, so you got this $1 billion company going against people, individual creators, right? They're not massive corporations themselves. It's like, yeah, it's definitely fascinating what's going on. I don't think it's a good move for YouTube to be doing censorship. And what's even weirder is that YouTube, they first said Steven Crowder was fine, but then they went back on their decision. So it's almost as if whoever whines and complains the most, YouTube just capitulates to. But I don't know, it sounds like there's other issues going on, like in the actual Google offices themselves. So I think there's definitely larger issues going on at Google, or that's just my interpretation of what's going on. Well, just hearing like different ex-Google employees come out on shows and just kind of say like, yeah, like they're pro-left-wing and anti-right-wing kind of content, but hopefully that'll get better in the future. Or if it doesn't, I mean, I guess people are going to start going to other platforms, which is kind of already happening. Like, you got PewDiePie pushing people to DLive for live streaming. I've been talking about like a cryptocurrency backed like video platform, basically like YouTube, but it's backed by cryptocurrency. So in theory, no one could be shut down for any reason, and those already exist actually. Like DLive, I think they own this as well. It's called DTube, and that's basically what it is. It's like cryptocurrency backed YouTube, which is kind of fascinating. And then there's BitChute, and there's also Minds.com, which is like the free speech version of Twitter, which is pretty good. Yeah, so it's definitely good to be like on multiple different platforms, because I mean, it's like, why not have one piece of content go out on as many platforms as possible. You know, it takes about, I don't know, maybe 10 to 20 minutes to upload to like a second or a third platform, you know? So I think that's the thing that YouTube, well, I think they know that, or someone does at YouTube, is like the content creators can really upload their content wherever they want to. You know, it's not really, I guess it all comes down to like where's the money at the most. But anyways, it's almost like the content creators actually have the leverage because they're the ones with the content and they can upload it wherever they want. And YouTube does have some original content, but I don't know, like 95% of it is just like the YouTube Red originals is just unwatchable. There's some good stuff, but I mean, like the majority of content creators left at once, there'd be a real problem for YouTube. But I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they like actually start standing up for their own creators, you know. But we'll see what happens for sure.